You ever notice how the moment you stop replying to texts in under 3 seconds, people start treating you like you moved to another planet? Suddenly, everyone acts like you faked your death and fled the country. It's like we've trained people to expect us to be on call 24/7, like customer service, but unpaid. There's this unspoken pressure to always be reachable, always agreeable, always available. And when you start pulling back just a little, people freak out. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because they've gotten used to a version of you that never said no. But here's what no one tells you: availability is a currency. And when you give it away too freely, people start assuming it has no value. Being available comes at a cost. And here's where Carl Jung comes in. Jung talked about the persona, the mask we wear in social settings. It's the version of ourselves we curate so people will like us. But the thing is, the more time we spend in that mask, performing, pleasing, proving, the more disconnected we become from our real self. When you're always available, your presence becomes expected, not appreciated. And that slowly chips away at your energy, your time, and honestly, your self-respect. You stop being you, and you start being the idea of you. The helpful one, the reliable one, the friend who never cancels, even when she should. The coworker who always picks up the slack. The partner who never complains. Sounds familiar? Carl Jung, yes, the psychology legend himself, once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." But how can you do that when you're constantly available for who everyone else wants you to be? Jung believed that individuation, basically becoming your full, authentic self, requires solitude, boundaries, reflection. If you're never alone with your own thoughts, how do you know which ones are truly yours? Constant availability keeps you stuck in performance mode. It traps you in your social persona, the version of you the world likes. But the deeper real you, that one only shows up when there's quiet, space, time to think and just be. When you stop being constantly available to everyone, everything changes. And no, I don't mean you ghost everyone and move into a cave. Though let's be honest, that sounds kind of peaceful. I mean emotionally, mentally, digitally, when you stop handing out your time like free samples at Costco, people start treating it like it's actually worth something. If you're the type who answers every call, says yes to every plan, picks up your phone the second it buzzes, then hi, I see you. You're exhausted, a little bitter, probably scrolling this video while multitasking on 5 other things, right? I get it. You don't want to be that person. The flaky one, the selfish one, the person who gasps, sets boundaries. So, you say yes when you want to say no. You're available all the time because you don't want people to think you're rude or uninterested. Let's break this down with something very simple yet sound: the law of scarcity. Economists use this term to explain why diamonds are expensive. It's not because diamonds are useful. It's because they're rare. When something is less accessible, people value it more. Now apply that to you. If you're always there, always responding, always showing up, even when you're drained, your time becomes like a common stock. Functional, but not exactly prized. So how do you raise your value again? Setting boundaries? That's where it starts. Not the dramatic kind, like blocking everyone and moving to a mountain. I mean the quiet kind. The small moments where you choose yourself first, where you don't reply right away, where you don't say yes just to avoid guilt, where you sit with the discomfort of disappointing others, but you finally stop disappointing yourself. There's this strange magic that happens when you stop being so available. People pause. They pay attention. They realize your time and energy aren't automatic anymore. They're earned. And more than that, You start realizing how much of your life has been spent being available for everything except your own peace. And here's a quick thing. If this is hitting something inside you, comment the word reclaim below. Not to please the algorithm, but to make a promise to yourself. Just that one word. Let it be the first quiet move toward choosing you. See, we don't need to map this out in a 5-step process. Because this isn't productivity advice, it's a shift, a perspective change, a quiet rebellion against this idea that you owe everyone a piece of yourself just because they ask. You don't. You really, really don't. The world won't fall apart if you take an hour off your phone. The people who love you won't love you less if you say no. And the people who only liked you because you were always available, maybe they were never really seeing you to begin with. So next time your phone buzzes and you feel that reflex, pause. Not everything needs a response. Not every problem needs your solution. And not every request is yours to fulfill. You're allowed to choose you. You're allowed to disappear for a bit, not out of avoidance, but out of self-respect. You're allowed to be rare. Because as Jung might say, you're not here to be liked. You're here to become whole. If you're still watching, thank you. You're my kind of person. Like this video, if it gave you even one tiny moment of clarity, and subscribe for more honest conversations like this. And in the comments, tell me, what's one thing you want to stop being available for starting today? I'll see you there, unless I'm taking a break, which I probably am. And honestly, that's the whole point.